Well, hello there. Thanks for dropping in. My name's Rek Dunn. That's Rek as in Trek. And those of you who didn't get that reference obviously clicked onto the wrong link somewhere, and for that, I do not apologize, because it brought you here to me. And regardless of your interweb misfortunes, we're going to make the best of the time we have together. Now, I'm what you would call a grade A sweaty, and if you're not familiar with the term, well, the best way to describe it would be a very, very passionate nerd. I'm so nerdy, I even decided to join Nerd University, or as we would call it, Nerd U. But before we get into that, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I've had many chances to work all sorts of wonderful and time-altering, mind-numbing, and wonderful jobs, and I wouldn't trade it for a thing. I've also done my fair share of freelance work. I've worked as a graphic designer, designing logos for companies, music groups, and for websites. I've also had the pleasure of working as a contracted entertainer, working in theme parks, and even living and working on cruise ships for 10 years, traveling all over the world. In my time as a traveling performer, I took up photography and also found work doing fashion photography, headshots, landscape, as well as stock photos. Still, one of my favorite pastimes is just grabbing my camera and going for a walk in a new place just to see what I can find. Even familiar places can bring new perspectives. I've even spent a little time in the acting world. Not a lot, but I've been lucky enough to be in the right places at the right times. I've had the opportunity to work with some pretty awesome people and learn a lot about what it means to deal a good hand under pressure no matter the situation. Even when I'm working on some of my own projects like Minute Film Review right here on Nerd Geek TV. Now, music has been my life for as long as I can remember. I've been a freelance producer, writer, and arranger since out of high school. I've been lucky enough to work with some known artists as well as some not so known artists, as well as apprentice under some amazing producers and writers. Music production is my pastime, and film scoring is something I've always wanted to be involved in as well. Now, back to Full Sail University. I joined the Media and Communications Bachelor's program in 2016. While I was there, I learned quite a lot about everything. I was able to fine-tune some things I already knew and develop the fundamental knowledge to help take me to the next level. I was also lucky enough to be able to put some, if not all of this knowledge to use during my time at Full Sail, from film production and scoring, like the music you're hearing right now in the background. Also starting and helping to build new and creative companies, everything from social media brands to a design company and even a couple of brick and mortar pop culture storefronts in Orlando. I've even had the chance to do something I've always wanted to do. I was able to put together, run, and market my own clothing line, mainly for t-shirts, hats, and certain other apparel. The Swiss Army knife of new media. I mean, there are quite a few disciplines involved in media communications, which ultimately means there are a number of ways I and my team could help you to build your brand and give your company legs in this internet utopia. My goals for helping you are no different than the ones I use for my own content, and my goal is to always create original, interactive, and emotive materials. Whether it's a commercial, a short film, or even a website, it has to be relatable, informative, outside the box, and as interactive as possible across all media formats. I love creating, and I love working with people who also love to create. Quote, "We create with creators who think beyond themselves." It's a quote that I use to describe what me and my friends set out to do here at #Media Group, and someday we'd love to create with you.